What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Deontay Wilder predicts an easy win in Anthony Joshua versus Oleksandr Usyk rematch. Wilder knows a thing or two about the rematches, having faced Tyson Fury and Luis Ortiz along with Bermane Stiverne in his career. Deontay Wilder predicts Oleksandr Usyk will easily beat Anthony Joshua in their world heavyweight title rematch on Saturday night. The former champion is making his return to the ring, of course, on October 15th. And he said, my total honest opinion is that it's going to depend on the fighters. Wilder explained during an appearance. Okay, a lot of time has passed and there's been a lot of time given to strategize for the second time around. They say when you fight a person, you know him a little better, and the second time even a little bit more than the third. It's all going to be up to those guys. My heart says Usyk easily. He's got the momentum now and how he was able to do it last time around. But this is boxing at the end of the day, and you just never know what's going to end up panning out until the end of it. I wish them all the best of luck, and I hope they get out of the ring just as they came in, safe and sound. Those are the words of Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Let me counterpunch. I think that Wilder knows, I think he knows that backwards and forwards based on his own experiences. And I think that's all you can really do is, if you're a fighter, is, bank on, what you were able to do. Look what he did to Ortiz. Look what he did to Stiverne. If you look at his first fight with Ortiz, it was difficult. He got hurt in the 7th round. The referee gave him more time. He got beat up, you know what I mean? But he still got the win in the 10th. The second fight, he knocked out Ortiz in the 7th round, so it was an easier fight. Same with Bermane Stiverne. Bermane Stiverne, he fought Bermane Stiverne the first fight, 12 rounds. And it was the only guy that actually survived 12 rounds, besides Tyson Fury. Up until that time, he was the first. But then what happened the second? He destroyed Bermane Stiverne, okay? Like first round, second round, right? It was over quickly, okay? Now, that does cut both ways, though. It's a double-edged sword, because the first time he fought Fury, they went 12 rounds. He dropped Fury twice. It was a draw. The second fight, Fury was more familiar with him and took him out, and it was stopped in 7th. The third round, it went balls to the wall for the 11th. So, I think he's right to a certain degree that fighters do know more about each other the second go around, because they're more acquainted than they're more acquainted. They know the habits of each other, and I think it's really a give and take. It's like a tug of war in this case, because you don't know if Usyk's going to get the better of Joshua in this go around, or Joshua's going to get the better of Usyk, because based on the examples that I gave you guys of his own examples, it was, he's 2-1, right? So in rematches, so he lost to Tyson Fury twice, but he beat these other two guys easily the second go around. Okay, so there was no need for a third. Okay, so we don't really know. So it's kind of like, I think he should have taken his own experiences, especially with talking about Tyson Fury. Well, he doesn't really know how that's going to go. But Usyk, being Usyk, we will have to see, because a lot of things has changed. Like Wilder said, a lot of, they had time to strategize. It's damn near been a year since they've been in the ring together, and a lot has happened to both guys, especially Usyk, because his country has been torn apart by war. So we don't know how he's going to be. We can just assume that he's going to be strong or stronger, this go around in the rematch, so, but I do question, to keep it real with you, I do question if that's, any kind of natural bias on the behalf of Wilder, because we all know Wilder and Joshua are unofficial rivals, right? Even though they've never been in the ring together, they have had failed negotiation attempts. Deontay Wilder hates Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? And I think that made a spewed into his decision to pick Usyk, because Usyk is not the guy that he has a problem with. Okay. So that may be that, reasoning. And then it doesn't make it any better because Usyk already beat Joshua. So, it's kind of hard to really decipher if that's the case or not. I just wonder if it is because, again, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua haven't always been on the right or the same card. You know what I mean? From one calling one a coward and the other one calling the other one a bitch. So, go figure. You wonder if that's the case between Deontay Wilder, choosing Usyk over Joshua. You know what I mean? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Deontay Wilder's official prediction of Oleksandr Usyk versus Anthony Joshua Part 2. Oleksandr Usyk beating Anthony Joshua easily in the eyes of Deontay Wilder. You guys tell me what you think. Again, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.